Everyone, welcome back to another Diablo 3 video. In this video, I'm going to go over the Trag'Oul Blood Nova build. This is going to be for T16 Rifts and Bounties, and then I'll also show another variation that you can use to speed farm GR100s. So first things first, I'm going to go over the T16 farming build. So it utilizes the full 6-piece Trag'Oul set. So pretty much with this, your Blood Rush and Siphon Blood, they gain the effect of every rune. So pretty much Blood Rush and Siphon Blood gain the effect of every rune. Your life spending abilities no longer cost essence, so they just cost the life that's required to use them. While at full life, your healing from skills is added to your while at full health your healing from skills is added to your maximum life for 45 seconds up to 300% more. 6-piece bonus is your life spending abilities deal 10,000 increased damage, and your healing from skills is increased by 100%. So you're utilizing the full 6-piece Trag'Ouls. So I have the head, the chest, the gloves, pants, and the boots. And then in the gear, I have intelligence gems. As you can see, it's not fully upgraded. So as you see this, there's much room for improvement, but this is just what I have left over from spending on other characters. The helmet, I have the diamond for cooldown reduction. Again, this could be a higher quality gem, but this is what I got at the moment. Then we're using the guardian set, so bracers, and then the belt. So guardian set pretty much increases your damage by 100%. Pretty much it. So pretty much the guardian set buffs your primary attributes by 100%. So it's pretty nice, gives you much more damage, helps it be a little more tanky as well. For the shoulder piece, Mantle Channeling. So while you channel the Siphon Blood, you're going to deal X amount of increased damage. So this one got 24% roll. It's a range of 20 to 25%. And you take 25% reduced damage. So this helps with the damage mitigation. Then for rings, I have Crispin's Sentence. So it's pretty much buffs your damage when enemies are afflicted by control impairing effects. Brig's Wrath, pretty much you gain. Sorry. So and then there's Brig's Wrath, which this pretty much pulls enemies together whenever it's curse is applied to them. Since this build pretty much, as you run, everything gets applied with the curse, so it helps with grouping up the mobs together. Then we have Haunted Visions. Simulacrum now drains 1% of your maximum life every second and lasts forever. They can now duplicate Grim Scythe instead of Skeletal Mage. So that's not really going to affect us. It's mainly that first sentence that we're going to benefit from. The weapon we have is the Funerary Pick. So Siphon Blood drains blood from 2 additional targets. Each target takes X amount percent increased damage from you unless there's only one target. Then it gains double the increased damage. The bonus from Siphon Blood Power Shift is now 20% per stack and benefits all skills. So this pretty much buffs everything else that you do, as well as make enemies take more damage. So it's really nice to get more DPS out there. And then for the offhand, I have the Iron Rose. Attacking with Blood Siphon has 100% chance to cast a free Blood Nova. Attacking with Siphon Blood has a 100% chance to cast a free Blood Nova after cumulatively losing 10% of your maximum life. Then we have the Iron Rose. Attacking with Siphon Blood has a 100% chance to cast a free Blood Nova. After losing 10% of your maximum life, your Death Nova deals 43% increased damage for 60 seconds. Obviously, this has a range between 40 and 50%. This effect stacks up to 10 times, so that's pretty nice. Gives you additional damage. Then for the cube, we have Bloodtide Blade, which makes Death Nova deal 400% increased damage for enemy within 25 yards up to 25 enemies. Steward's Greaves, which gives you more movement speed. And Ring of Royal Grandeur, which allows us to have the 6-piece Trag'Oul set and the 3-piece bonus of the Guardians by only needing 5 Trag'Oul and 2 Guardians. And then as far as rolls, I have crit, physical, and then crit chance. Oh yeah. So as far as rolls on the gear, you're going to want crit, some cooldown, So for your rolls, for your gear stats, you're going to want crit, physical damage, some cooldown, and then attack speed is pretty much what you want. And then for legendary gems, this is for T16 only. You're going to run the Boon of the Hoarder, because this is not only, yeah, the gold is beneficial, which helps, but the biggest thing is this gives you more, you're going to be running Boon of the Hoarder, which this gives you gold, but the biggest thing for this is that increased movement speed that gives you is 30%, so that's helpful. Bane of the Powerful, which gives you more damage to elites, and you take less damage as well. And then Bane of the Trapped pretty much gives you more damage and reduces movement speed of enemies within 15 yards by 30%. So that's helpful. As far as skills, I have Siphon Blood. You don't need to put a rune on this because, again, with the Trag'Oul set, you get all the runes from the set, so you don't need to assign a rune to it. Then I have Death Nova, Blood Nova, Bone Armor Dislocation, Frailty, Aura of Frailty, Blood Rush, no rune because, again, the set bonus allows you to have all the runes. Simulacrum, Blood and Bone. Passive skills, Final Service, Swift Harvesting, Spreading Malediction, and Standalone. Now for the most part for playing, you're going to... Now for the most part when it comes to playing, you're going to want to apply your Bone Armor for that damage reduction. Your Aura of Frailty, you should never have to touch this. It's active all the time. That's why you see this circle, this purple circle around my character. That's the aura. That's the range of it. So pretty much anything within that at a certain percent of health, they just die immediately. This is increased with your pickup radius too. So this could either be smaller or bigger depending on your... This could either be smaller or bigger depending on your pickup radius. Then you have your Simulacrum. This is what spawns, you know, like a clone of yourself, and they copy your skills. And then your Siphon Blood, you're going to use to attack. Then you have your Blood Nova, which is your resource cost, and this is where all your damage comes from, is with this. And then your Simulacrum that you spawn. Alright, so now I went over the build, so I'm going to do a Torment 16 Rift just to have for a demonstration. If you want to skip past that, go for it, because so I'm going to do a demonstration of a Torment 16 Rift, and then after that I'm going to go over the GR100 farming build. So if you want to just skip to the build, go ahead and fast forward to that part. And let's get into it. Apply my Simulacrum. Bone Armor. Blood Nova. Things die so easily. Very important as you go along, you want to make sure you refresh your bone armor so you get that survivability. I know other people could probably do this a lot faster. I'm personally not too familiar with Necro. I don't really play it much at all. The only time I really play it is like for support role. So I'm pretty sure there's a lot better way to play this build. See, just destroys the Guardian very quickly. But yeah, pretty easy. And I have basic potion. I don't even have a legendary potion. And for my follower, all I have is Nemesis Bracers, Flavor of Time, and the Relic where they can't die. And I have the level 1 gear. Everything else is blank. So that just shows you it doesn't even matter with your follower. I mainly just have this to spawn the elites, Flavor of Time to double the duration, and this, that way they don't die, so that way I can keep on making sure that elites are being spawned and I get the effect of Flavor of Time. Alright, so we went over the T16 speed farming build. Now it's time for the Greater Rift farming. So only thing that really changes is you're going to switch Brig's Wrath out for Convention of Elements, and the gem Boon of the Hoarder is going to switch to Zay's Stone of Vengeance. So as you'll see, this is my GR 100 farming build. So see, I still have Bane of the Trapped. This is going to be Convention of Elements with Zay's instead of Brig's Wrath. And then it's Crispin's Sentence with Bane of the Powerful still. The cube items stay the same. Skills, passive, everything is the same. The only thing that changes again is just the ring. It's going to be Convention of Elements instead of Brig's Wrath. And the gem is going to be Zay's Stone of Vengeance instead of Boon of the Hoarder. So I'm going to equip that. And this is before I even had the gem. There we go. So same build, everything. That's all that changes is the ring and the legendary gem. And I'm going to do a GR 100. Let's see how this goes. In my opinion, this is definitely an interesting playstyle. It's not my preference, but it is definitely usable, and I can see like people who like this playstyle. It's pretty nice. Pretty sure if I were to get used to it, it could go a lot faster than me. That's for sure. Channeling. Yeah, this could definitely be a lot faster. This should Be close to spawning it. Yep, there it is. Two minutes, 45 seconds. GR100. So again, I know I didn't play it as well as I could have. That's due to my lack of experience with it. I didn't do too well in the Rift itself either, and my gems aren't at that high of a level either. I could have better rolled gear as well. So yeah, this doesn't even have physical damage on it. These were some really bad bracers I got. Like, there's so much room for improvement. Like, even my rings. My convention's decent, but Charisma Sentence could be better. My amulet could be better too. So, and even then, not that many ancients on me either. So, could be a lot better. And yeah, so that is the GR100 farming build. Depending on your paragon, your gear itself, and if you augment, you can essentially end up farming faster. Just try to be efficient with your time, obviously. Now, let's say if 100 is too much for you, try to at least have a baseline of 90 and slowly work your way up as you get better gear, higher paragon, etc. But yeah, I mean, this is generally a really good build. It's pretty fun too. So yeah, I hope this helped you. If it did, please consider liking and subscribing. I'll be doing more Diablo 3 content as well as the Diablo 4 beta that is coming out. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please like and subscribe. I will be doing more Diablo 3 content as well as Diablo 4 beta. Thank you for watching.